required at various levels, right from juniors or the senior level, where you need to conceptualizing skills, design skills, and also how do you make the system engineering skills. So when you say competence building and skilling at the top level first, engineers and others. The second is technicians. You need technicians who will translate these ideas, concepts, and also the designs into a deliverable. So you need skilling at the second level, which is at the actual people who will translate it into a prototype and develop it, work on late machine, work on rapid prototyping. So you need skills of those to translate this idea into a deliverable. Then you need people who will ultimately manufacture them on the shop floors. So when you talk about skilling, you need skilling at these three levels. Now coming to the skill required at the engineering level, all our universities must look at competence building rather than only looking at CGPA, SGPA and giving them the degrees with only theoretical knowledge. Learning by doing, make them soil their hands. Why most of the students go to computer science? Because they just can sit in a computer comfortable room. There are no students who are, very few students willing to soil their hands and then develop something on the ground. So this is what is the cultural change which Rai was telling from L&T. You need to bring this mindset change where you would make them work, learn by doing rather than only by listening to classrooms. That's why the internship, more internships, skilling at the industries, corporates, these are required. So even at the higher level, at the engineers and the scientists or even the top level of management, you need to bring the skills at that level. Now coming to the technicians and also the people who will work on the floor, we need to look at industry. Industry must actually project what are the skill sets required. What are the skill sets required to bring a product to the market? And so this is the next thing which we need to let's welcome our Commissioner from the UP government. Thank you so much for being here. So you need to, the industry should project the numbers. What is the number of people, skilled people required at various levels? And whether it's industry or it's automobile industry or it's a defense industry, because we are going to have defense corridor in Uttar Pradesh as well. So the industry first define the numbers of people at various levels. Then what type of skill sets required? Because building an airport is different from building a dam or building a road or building a house. So that is why in construction engineering, what are the skill sets the country requires? So we must create a central database of what are the skill sets required for the next 5-10 years. So this database should be available. Then to create the skill sets, which are the institutions available today? We have the nucleus or they have the facilities available in academia. So we should look at that academic institution like Amity University, to which I belong, or Gautam Buddha University or any other university. So we should see capability mapping and capacity mapping of skill set development capability exists. Capacity exists. All the trainers available there. So we must create this data pool. We should create the database for the facilities available today. And then what needs to be built in terms of infrastructure. You need infrastructure for skilling. If you do a rapid prototyping as a skill, you need that number of, or 3D printing, you need those type of facilities where it exists. You need to look at our current state of infrastructure available for skilling the people at the 3 levels which I mentioned. So having done it, then how do you develop the skill set? What should be the training content, the curriculum design with the participation of industry? If L&T wants a N number of people to work on nuclear powered submarine, Arihan, then we should look at what are the skill set they require at those 3 levels. And then where do they give, or how do L&T will create it, or other universities can create this, because they can't be spending time on skilling. So we should give the deployable people. So that is where we should be able to create this interface between industry and academia, who will be able to project their requirements and participate in designing the curriculum of skilling which is required, knowing the skill sets required, and then they will be a part of the training program, maybe overseeing, so that whether that skills are being imparted. So this is how we